Who wants to start us off? Ali?
Congratulations, Cristian. Obviously, your 100% record continues. You're in charge. Are you pleased with the performance today?
I'm very glad to see this type of performance because we need and we deserve to play a game like this. It was an important game in an important moment because with a win we can reach again the fourth place. It's important now to be consistent in this type of performance. We have a week to work again to recover and work to perform well in the next 20 days.
In your broadcast interview, you said Son isn't quite 100%, so you have to manage him. Do you mean that from a confidence point of view or physically? And what did you make of his response starting on the bench?
We know that Sonny's response would be perfect because Sonny is a perfect guy. And but after the World Cup, sometimes happen that the player are not fitting 100%. In that moment, you have to take a decision, and it's difficult with player like Sonny to drop them. But you have to do it because we have a lot of matches. The risk is that you lose the player for a long time, and we don't want to do it. We want to use Sonny in the right way, and now we had Richarlison back 100%, and so we picked up the team to play this type of game. And the plan was clear. We had to fight in the first half, and when they stretch the team and we have more space, we can use player like Sonny and use a player to attack the space.
So just to confirm, it's a confidence 100% rather than...
No, the confidence is 100%, absolutely. Is physically that he need to recover. When you play 5 games in a row, sometimes you can feel tired, you can feel something not perfect. And it's important for us that the players are mature enough to say this. And it's important because you can manage the performance of 11 players. If you have 11 100%, it's better to have 7 and 3 that are not performing well. But you need that they are mature and they speak with us. And Sonny is, in this case, was perfect during the week. But now we have time to manage him to play the next step with 6 games in 14 days.
Matt?
How did you work with Antonio today? How were you in touch? Was it you who made the substitutions, or did he tell you to make the substitutions?
Yeah, today was a clear balance because Antonio is completely involved. Yesterday, the day before, he wants to listen to our feelings, our sensation, and he gave us some advice during the match. And we asked to him sometimes, we want to do this, we want to change this player. He agreed with us. He said sometimes wait, and that's it. We are in balance to decide and listen what Antonio likes. But he wants every time from me and Ryan that we said to him how we feel the player, how we feel the performance, because stay at the stadium is different than watch the game on the TV.
And I think you also won your games in charge of Inter Milan when he couldn't be on the touchline. I think maybe it's 6 games in total you win now. Have you made that point to him? Maybe have a chat with Daniel Levy.
No, this happened because Antonio is the gaffer, not because I am the gaffer. I'm only follow the trajectory of his work, and the way he work is really clear. I follow this, and I use my experience and I use a lot the staff because we work in a team, and we worked very well. I'm happy to work with all of them, especially with Ryan, that helped me a lot.
Nick?
because your first goal was a great combination between the two wing backs who maybe aren't known for getting in those positions, and in the first half they found it harder to do that. Was that something you talked about at half time, kind of being more aggressive and dynamic in those areas?
We talk about that the game would arrive. Our game we want to play was the game we played in the second half, but we know very well that we have to push a lot in the first half to create the second half, and that was the plan. And when we feel that the opponents stretch the team and create space between the line or over the line, we have to attack the space, and that was what happened, and the player understand the moment, and then when Sonny came in, make the second goal in a clear Sonny situation.
Paul?
Do you expect to see Antonio back on the bench at Chelsea match?
No, I'm not expecting that Antonio is back for Chelsea, but I expect that Antonio will be back the week after Chelsea. But for Milan or Wolverhampton, we have also the game in FA Cup, so maybe not Chelsea, but we don't know, because if Antonio feel well and he can leave some stress without have pain or something, feel some strange, Antonio will be back in that moment.
Tom, and then finish with George, please.
Hi, what do you make of Emerson today? It feels like his form has gone up ever since the club signed Pedro Porro.
I don't think it's linked with the sign of Pedro Porro, but this type of performance from Emerson, we had in the start of the season. And the start of the season was one of the best performer. He played very well after the 3-match ban after Arsenal. He has lost the pace, but there was the World Cup that interrupted the season, and this is a weird season for many teams and for many players. And it's important that the staff work to understand when is the moment to work, when is the moment to perform, when is the moment to recover. So it's not an easy season.
How impressed were you with Oliver Skipp? He got an early booking, but he seemed to be almost flawless after that in terms of his tackling and everything else.
Skippy, when we arrive here, we discover this type of player. We have lost Skippy for a long time for a physical problem, and we are sad for that. But we had to wait the right moment. He's a young player that need confidence, need to feel everything perfect around him, and he need to play. This type of player need to play. We can give him all the love we can, but the player wants to play and need to play and to stay in confidence. When Skipp is in confidence, he's a young player with a great mind, and it's not because you are young you have not experience. And Skipp is an intelligent player. For that, it seems older than his age.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.